Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that's teaching His truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. Alright, today's lesson is going to be going into this truck convoy, the Freedom Convoy. It's taking place all across, I guess, Canada. All right, and at the certain checkpoints, like the borders, you know what I mean. And as of right now, you have it to where Freedom Convoy are blocking certain places, man. They are blocking, they what do you call it? Gridlock the Ottawa. All right, so certain places in Ottawa you can't travel or you can't access by normal transportation. Okay. And other places along the Canadian border you cannot access as well because they've gridlocked that as well. All right. Why? Because they're protesting. All right, the mandates of certain things that they don't want to be a part of, man. And this is all according to the Heavenly Father's will, man. It says truckers disrupted traffic for nearly a day in protest over mandates and travel restrictions. Because imagine you being stuck in a spot for a day, like, you trying to get somewhere and you being all held up, Canadian truckers forced the closure of the U.S. bound route from Ottawa to Michigan across Ambassador Bridge on Monday as part of an ongoing Freedom Convoy protest in the region. Police in Ontario confirmed the next day that the route has reopened with the protesters dissipated and the traffic backlog cleared. And now as you can see, there's footage here of the traffic backlog. You know what I mean? Even trucks that are not part of this Freedom Convoy, goods and services, you can't even do that. You get what I'm trying to say? So what does that mean? Business failing. Ultimately, all this is gonna, if you really think about it too, Esau's gonna try and use something. He's gonna capitalize on this opportunity, man. To basically say, oh, there's not enough. There's a shortages of certain resources. We have to ration, or he's gonna basically capitalize on this opportunity, man, best way he can. Whether it be him playing both sides, him orchestrating this. You get what I'm trying to say? Esau's a master manipulator, deception is the name of this game, man. But regardless, and that's another thing. That's not our fight, man. So any you Israelites over there protesting and all that, man, that's not our fight, man. Our fight is bigger than that, man. Our fight is spiritual. Our fight, that's for the Edomites. You mainly see Edomites over there protesting and shit. Why? Because they can get away with things like that, man. If it was any of you niggas, you Jakes, you Israelites, you know what I'm saying? You guys were doing all that, they would have been shot rubber bullets at your ass, maybe live rounds. Who knows? You get what I'm trying to say? But you Jakes would never do such a thing anyway, especially you ones out here. You Israelites out here in Canada. You Israelites out in Canada are soft, man. Alright? No allegiance. Alright? No loyalty to one another. It's everybody for themselves, man. So you Jakes out here, man, you gonna get it, man, for real. Yeah, at least Judah has more of a brotherly love spirit towards each other, as bad as Judah be. But, you know, the tribes out here, they're the worst, man. They have a cold spirit out here, man. Go figure, you know. But, yeah, man. We can get straight into this, man. But you Jakes, man, you're really going to feel the wrath of the Lord. Because all this has, you might think this has nothing to do with you, but it has a lot to do with you. You know what I'm saying? See, these Edomites, they're fighting for their rights. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the last of their kingdom as well. You get what I'm trying to say? So they're fighting tooth and nail for their rights. Because in their spirit, they know this is the end. You know what I'm saying? So they're going hard for this place to make sure it was once. It goes back to 2019. It goes back to 2018. To what it once was, right? They're trying to go back for the glory days. But all that is gonna be done away with, man. All that has been done away with. And you know, you see Esau slowing down on the lockdowns, but really and truly he's just playing with you guys, man. He's gonna wrap that shit up. There's gonna be nothing for him to bring in the military, you know, and ultimately have you people get accustomed to seeing the military on the streets to where you think it's normal, but that shit ain't normal, man. And all it takes is for them to declare, you know, a state of martial law, man. You know, and that's what's coming, man. Nothing but bad times. Or you people think it's a game and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the biggest peaceful protests in the world in history. You get what I'm trying to say? But that shit ain't gonna stop the elites from doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? This is just an epicenter of what's going on, man. This is not the end all be all. This is a trial run, you know? We already know where all this is just data being collected and how they're gonna be able, or how they're gonna have to get at the American people, because that's where you're gonna have the real problem, man. You know, because Americans bear arms. You know what I mean? That's one of in their amendment. That's one of their rights. You get what I'm trying to say? So they're just trying to figure out the best way on how they can accept the NWO. All right, by doing all the trial and error in different countries. Right? Esau's a master psychology, studying the ways of man. You know, the mindset of people. You know, he studied all that, man. You know, you don't think Esau studies someone that's like of all levels of IQ, somebody that's not functioning on a high level, a low level. You get what I'm trying to say? He knows everything, man. You know, he knows what everybody desires. He knows how to manipulate. He knows how to persuade, change your mind. All right. But anyways, let me get this. This is 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Yeah, man. Because when that money start flowing, the blood start flowing. You know what I mean? And right now, when you block off a route, you know what I mean? This is just on a low level. When you block out a traffic route, you know what I mean, to bring in goods and services, all right, you're stopping money. You know what I'm saying? So, come on now. This is what it's all leading to. And one people shall stand up to fight against another. And then on top of that, you know, if you're looking at on the other side, from the government perspective, okay, they're the ones that's forcing the mandate. So if you tell somebody that they can't work no more, you can't travel here, because of the mandate. All right, that's making the money stop flowing, man. So the blood gonna have to start flowing. You know what I mean? And then it says, and for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. And right now, they're not regarding Justin Trudeau. Okay, they're bashing him. All right, he can't even face the so-called the Canadian people that he quote unquote loves so much, that he cares for so much. He can't even face them. You know what I mean? He can't even address them as a man. So he's being put to open shame based on his cowardly actions. You know what I mean? So how could the people respect him? How could the people want him in power? How could the people want him going? You know what I mean? They're not respecting him, man. They're not with all this. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. And that's the point right there. A man shall desire to go into a city, man. And right now, this is a low level of this prophecy being fulfilled, because this prophecy is being fulfilled on the daily. But it's gonna be a real thing, man. Think of New York. All right, think of like when they shut down New York, because that's coming. All they gotta do is shut down the bridge, man. And they have the borough. I'm talking about New York City, right? And they have the boroughs. You're trying to get from Manhattan to Bronx, or Manhattan to Queens, or Brooklyn, or wherever you're trying to go, right? And all they gotta do is just block off the bridge, and then you can't go back to where you need to go, man. So they're just gridlocking the city. You know what I'm saying? That's coming. But that's coming worldwide as well. You know, certain checkpoints being set up all around the world, all around your municipality. You know what I mean? That's coming, man. You know, and the only way you're gonna be able to travel to and fro really is if you have the MOTB. Okay, but even then, you might not even be able to. You get what I'm trying to say? It'll come to a point where you can't, man. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. You know? And you see all these people that are united now. They have this united front. They're protesting, okay, with one consent, and you know, they're all, you know, together. These are the same people that you're gonna turn your back on, man. That you're marching for. You're gonna be all about your family. You know what I mean? When there's a lack of bread, you know, when the money stops flowing, man, you're gonna be the most cutthroat people, man. You think you're doing a humane act right now? Watch how much inhumane acts you're gonna be committing in that day, man. You know, you're fighting for your rights. All right, all your rights gonna go out the window, man. All your moral values, your moral compass, it's gonna go out the window, man. In that day, you know, you people are gonna go to cannibalism. Gonna go be you know, beasts, man, murderers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get real out here. It's gonna be like a purge. You people are just gonna turn to a purge on each other, man. And it's gonna be really. You might ask, what about you? What about you? Well, I pray that the Most High, you know what I mean, protects the brethren, man, and myself included, man, the elect. He's with me in that day, man. All right, we're gonna be narrowly missing death, Lord willing. So that way we can scarcely be saved, man. Put on a chariot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's about it. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's gonna get real out here. People think take this for a joke. You take the Heavenly Father for a joke, but He's gonna show His hand, man. You know those ones where you don't show your hand, man. You don't never let your right know the left. You know what I mean? Doing. He telling you what He gonna do, but you just gonna have to see it to believe it. 'Cause these people are carnal. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I like to say shalom and to the next one.